Hello, hello! Welcome back into the LCS Challengers League. This is Pat, the LCS. I'm Mad Magical, still joined by Kangas. I guess he has to stick around, but Cubby's the one I'm actually excited about. Good to have you around, Cubby. We're just gonna ignore Steve.
What is this disrespect? He's coming in here hot right now. What did I do?
Bold. That's the problem. There you go.
It's just rude. I was even dancing before we went live. I was trying to get the energy going.
That's exactly actually why I did that, because he was dancing beforehand. I had to criticize him for it because his dance moves sucked. Just gonna say that right now.
Man. On the shoulders. I'll do it again.
You done?
I'll do it again.
Let's get out of here. Get me out of here.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, let's move forward. Let's actually talk about what we're here for, right? We're here for Supernova versus Team Fish Tacos. Let's talk about Supernova, a team that is towards the bottom of the standings right now, but this is a team that I think has surprised a lot of people with how they've been performing so far, because going into the season, they're expected to be bottom of the barrel, yet they've been picking up quite a number of wins unexpectedly, Cubby.
I mean, at first it was unexpected, but then we just kind of have grown accustomed to it. The fact that Supernova, I think their map play has been good enough to not roll over and die against a lot of teams, and we've seen some good individual performances, I think specifically out of Trevor and Quacker, that have really pushed Supernova over the edge in some of these games.
Agreed. Yeah. Quacker in particular has really stood out to me. We'll talk a little bit more about him later on in the show, but there's a lot of players on this roster that I think we didn't give enough credit to going into the summer split.
Yeah, I agree, and I actually think that same thing for Team Fish Taco across the board, because we have players that we already kind of knew of, right? Looking at Spawn, we expected him to do really well, Rosethorn as well, but Onat and Lunacia, we should have expected great things from, because of how he was with FlyFam in spring. He was the most solo kill player of all top laners, tied with Hoon, if you don't count M&S into the equation. But Onat, I think, has also really surprised people, especially with how he's meshed with Rosethorn Kangas.
O-Nation, baby. O-Nation. I mean, he's one of the ones that qualified into NACL in summer during the relegation tournament. I know that a lot of that was null just because of everything that happened during the off-season, but he is one of the players that did make that run and was a player that we still expected to, struggle against some of the mid laners, but he has been stepping up more often than not. And I do also want to credit NXI on the role swap to support. I think he's had a couple of really standout games. It's first split, sometimes it's hard to really judge a player on their first split role swapping, but I think NXI is, if for the most part, having a really good and a comfortable transition into it.
Yeah, but I kind of want to touch on one point you were alluding to with Onat. Onat was a part of Supernova and played with Supernova, got them through the promotion, and in fact, we had a really good moment from week 1 when Rafa interviewed Onat, so let's take a listen.
First of all, I've noticed you play for Team Fish Taco, but you got the Supernova jersey. You paying a little respect? What's happening here?
Not so much respect, but just reminding them why they're here in the first place,
Oh!
Completely off.
All right, so I love that moment. Ooh. Just the reminding them how they got here in the first place, and gotta love the shade that he's throwing. And that's the thing I love about Onat. He's been backing up a lot of that, Cubby.
I gotta say, I was not impressed with Onat week 1. I thought he was very weak. Last couple weeks, he's been playing better and better.
I was about to say last couple weeks, man.
Yeah, it's been getting better and better. So I think that's been a part of why each of these teams have frankly picked up more wins than what I thought they'd pick up this split. It's been good to see.
Yeah, that it has, and I've been enjoying watching them, but we do need to talk about Supernova more in depth, because while Onat, I want to remind them how they got here in the first place, but Supernova, our team, as you kind of were talking about, I've talked about it a little bit, this is a team that we had certain expectations of going into the summer split, kind of trying to pinpoint exactly where they were going to go, and so Kangas, I know you really want to have some arguments about this, about Supernova, how they're performing, so I'll let you take the lead on this first.
Oh, you're going to let me go first. Okay, so we all picked an argument here for based on how we either thought about the team or just, to divvy things up. So are they underperforming? Are they overperforming? Or are they just right? I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say what everyone should have been saying for the last week and a half here. They're underperforming. Supernova are a real deal. They're coming in here hot. I think that we had low expectations incorrectly for them. Look at this roster. Look at Supernova. Quacker, 2 back-to-back play of the week candidate. He won one of them, by the way. He's top in the league in solo kills for top laners right now. I believe in just all players right now, actually. Look at Robbie Bob, 2-time CLOL champion, mind you. Did we all forget that? Did we just forget that Robbie Bob won CLOL twice? Look at Trevor. Look at Trevor coming in. He has been said on record by members of the Cincinnati Fear Spring Split that he was one of the major reasons why they made that top 4 run. Primary shot caller for the team. This Supernova roster, these 5 players, need more respect than what we've been giving them. So I'm going to say they've been underperforming. They're towards the bottom of the standings. Well, they should be challenging for the top. Let's go, Supernova. Come on, pick it up.
Okay. I'm surprised that you're saying they're underperforming, because I was alluding to the fact that when we went into the split, we were all putting them at the bottom of the standings, saying that we'd be surprised if they picked up a couple wins, and yet they've been picking up some big wins. They've actually been looking way better than I think anyone could have ever expected. I think they're overperforming. I think that they're looking really good. Like Robbie Bob has been playing more than just like the Galio Lissandra.
They're old mid later? You messing things up there?
Yeah, sorry. Hey, it's confusing when you
to Robbie Bob.
I am giving respect to Robbie Bob, because I think Robbie Bob actually has been performing better than I expected, because he was one of these players that I always saw as Galio Lissandra. He still plays them a good amount, don't get me wrong, but he has been expanding outside of that and has been looking really good with how he's working with the rest of the team. And Quacker is a player that he did do well-ish when it came to the summer promotion when he did step in for AoE, but that was on one champion. He looked good on Olaf, and that's about it. Outside of that, we're like, all right, how is he going to perform when he's on other champions? Is he going to do well? And I think he has actually been overperforming, showing that, yes, I can play on a lot of these other champions. Give me my classic pick like Darius, and I will really show you how good I can play.
Gabby, can you correct us? I feel like we're both at 2 extremes here. We need a middleman.
Well, you know what, guys? Keep this nice and simple here.
Okay.
All right. Well, here we go.
Oh, he brought a visual.
Oh, you got visuals. Wow.
First off, we're going to ignore this preseason tier list and what's wrong about it now.
Everything, you mean?
Just focus on Supernova. Okay. These are my thoughts coming into the season about where I expect the teams to be. And see, I disrespected Supernova a little bit compared to where they are at in the standings.
Disrespected Maryville.
Now, look at the standings. See Supernova. They are not masked. In fact, coming into today, they were 8-14. That puts them in 8th. And look at the records from last year. You see those 3 teams at the bottom? Or last split, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Supernova relegated them. And they have more wins than them this split in the standings. So, well, I'm going to argue, guys. I'm going to argue that Supernova, as a team, are they overperforming? Are they underperforming? Or are they just right? I think they're just right. They have 8 wins. They're at the bottom of the standings, but they could push into playoffs. I was not expecting that preseason, but they're in the contention for it. Now, we'll see if they can earn it through their play. In a match that is honestly, given where Team Fish Taco is in the standings, really important for playoff implications moving forward.
It is, and you can see that the chat might be favoring Supernova a little bit more, but we'll see if
Right. Supernova has a lot of paid actors that chat a lot, you know.
Ooh,
There's just,
we don't talk about that, okay?
There.
Yeah.
Shots fired right there. Team Fish Taco, you got to start stepping up your game, I guess, to combat what Cubby is now throwing at Supernova, but we'll see if they can or if it's going to be Supernova taking them this series. So, guys, take us away.
Thank you, Magical. A pivotal matchup for playoff implications. Top 8 make it into playoffs. Bottom 2 will go into that relegation tournament. And these are 2 teams that are unfortunately in that conversation for the bottom 2, depending on how they play out these next 2 weeks. They are the 2 teams that, or 2 of the teams that are expected to kind of be fighting for those last spots, making it into playoffs. But Supernova do have a little bit of a buffer right now based on how Cubby says they've been playing just right. Now, again, a big reason of that, I think, is some of these individual performers. Quacker really stepping up has been huge for them. I still think that Trevor being a shot caller has also been a big kind of boon for how they win games.
Yeah, I think that the way the Supernova plays map, it's good enough so that they don't get beat. And also, their top, like, Quacker doesn't have a large champion pool. It's pretty much just Renekton, Cassante, Olaf, and then throw in the Darius later. You can see he's eating a lot of the bans right now. But the rest of the team does. We've seen Robbie Bob really stretch out that champ pool. We've seen Trevor really stretch out that champ pool. And I think that opens up more things for Quacker. And it's given Supernova a lot of unique looks and strategies that have enabled them to take a lot more games than, frankly, I thought they'd have at this point of the season, as they are still one of our bottom teams, but they're playing a lot better than our bottom teams that we had in spring. And for that, we're thankful for Supernova. And hopefully they can keep on picking up wins here against a team that they're going to be competing against to see if they are in NACL playoffs or in the promotion relegation tournament for next split.
Yeah, and honestly, what we did there as a little skit for Supernova overperforming, underperforming just right can also be done for Team Fish Taco. I know that Joshi had stuff to talk about that on Saturday going into the second round robin. I think both of these teams can be happy that they have more wins than the teams at the bottom of the standings in spring. Let's catch up on pick and ban, though, as we do see Nico make it through the first ban phase here, Cubby. Sin number 1, committed by Supernova. Never leave this champion up on red side. Come on, guys.
Well, they wanted to ban out the Sejuani, and maybe they have a game plan into Nico. As I will say, Tristana, Ziggs is an option if you want to go for something like that. But at the moment, it is all about the power picks. Lunasia's pool isn't the largest either. You can see top lane bans thrown out by each. So with the champions that are banned or picked, the only champ that Lunasia has left to play is either Cassante or Gragas. Now, they're likely expecting to see a Cassante. Gragas got some nerfs, but I think narrowing up Lunasia's pool was the strategy here for Supernova. And also, they do get that Ivern, which is still a very high priority pick. It's into the Nico. Nico is hard engaged. You're going to have to find a way to deal with that later, but Supernova at least have some strength of their own.
Yeah, Music, I think that this is a champion that can actually fit him pretty well. I like him a lot when he's able to play second fiddle to Quacker, to Robbie Bob being the ones that actually go in and make things happen more often than not. NXI will grab the Rel here.
Rel's
as
been
another
really
engage
good
tool for them.
Yeah, I think that NXI has actually really been able to step up in the Engager meta compared to Enchanters. Honestly, somewhat expected, given that he just role swapped from jungle to support, engaging a little bit more comfortable role for junglers historically, and teased out the Gragas or Cassante for Lunasia. Cassante will be picked up in the first round of the draft, so Marksman will have to be found later. There is an opportunity here for Spawn and the side of, or I should say, for Supernova Sketch to take a Marksman and then ban out some others from Spawn. Or they could try and match what we expect to be mid-Nico. It is worth noting that we did have a jungle Nico played by Tomio yesterday with Disguised. So that could be an option, but no, actually going to be the Tristana, which uniquely for Supernova, they have used this pick as a flex. So
true.
Yeah, we'll see if they can find magic damage later. And I think that Taco would think about maybe taking away the Ziggs. As Ziggs Tristana, we've seen is a very powerful combo. Supernova needs magic damage, and Ziggs really good in the champions that are showing, and actually can somewhat combat Nico. She can play so far back, it's harder for her to find the engages.
You already got the LeBlanc ban for mid, so I could imagine a Ziggs plus a Varus ban from Team Fish Taco if they're trying to take away those AP options for Supernova. But like you said, they can still flex this Tristana around, so you're not guaranteeing that you deny them that AP. Ziggs is taken off the table, so that's step 1 completed.
Also see an Alistar ban, as I think the Alistar Ivern setup is really nice for the side of Supernova.
Yeah.
Trevor will say he has played the cow only once so far this split, but again, I mean, we have seen a lot of handshakes into the Rel 4, and if Supernova wanted to take that on 4 to protect their mid laner, they could ban out Silas to take Alistar. No, it's just going to be the AP options as the untraditional bot laners. We have seen Sketch play that Karthus as well, as Sketch, or actually, was he the one that picked Karthus? Who picked bot Karthus?
We know Will picked bot Karthus.
Okay, that doesn't
one time
count,
that they had to swap things around. I don't remember if any other actual bot laners have picked that. Obviously, that was a interesting situation for AoE to be in when they locked that one in. But here's the AP, so they are putting the Tristana into the bottom lane and the Azir for mid.
I don't love that option for the side of Supernova, because they could have taken support counter here.
Yeah. But
if they want Alistar, they would kind of have to take that on 5, as you could run the risk of allowing Silas through when Alistar's showing. But I mean, you lose the one flex pick that you have in draft by taking Azir there and taking the deny in the Tristana. So now you get to take Aphelios in the Trist, which Tristana should not be allowed to survive that lane whatsoever between Aphelios and Rel. And then we have Maokai picked up later in the draft, so it will be the Fanghorn Forest matchup in the jungle.
And we even have
we
got one Yordle. We need a second Yordle if we want the true Hobbit experience here.
You need more Yordle? I mean, Teemo support.
Don't curse us.
Bring it.
Vigar, you know the Tristana buster shots
Lulu?
into the Vigar cage?
Lulu could legitimately be a pick here. You get kind of random lane by Rel, but you're playing Trist bot into Aphelios. Bot lane's already hard.
We are expecting that engaged champion. You were highlighting it before. It can headbutt away the Rel when she's going in, and you pair with that Ivern. Q lands from Ivern, Alistair gets into that pulverized range, or you just have the engage range from the Brush. It's very tough to play against these types of engaged supports with the Ivern.
I think the Alistar is a good pick here. Also curious if you can maybe headbutt Nico away. You know?
I mean, if you can see
during the channel, if you can see it, which you can't, then you can flash.
If you can, like, if you just see the Nico, if she's not like in a minion wave and trying to be all sneaky about it, then yes, theoretically, but hard to do. So good Robbie Bob, you know, stream a shot.
Side of Taco in this draft, looking at Onat to get mid priority and then play into bot lane where they already have priority. Supernova. Music likes to play around topside and Quacker, as Quacker lanes well enough to actually set things up there. I think he's going to have to be on his lonesome there, or else bot lane could get really far behind for the side of Supernova. As a Aphelios Rel, they have push into the Trist Alistar, and it should be jungle pathing to help out bot, and also mid-prio going over to Taco. So I want to see if they can make enough use of that to set Trist really far behind.
And I will say, I don't think it gets too much easier for the Trist later on in the game either. If you're going for those rocket jump resets, you're jumping into a lot of people that are happy to see you closer to them. So we'll see how Sketch plays this one out, taking the cleanse. Let us know who you're rooting for. It seemed like Supernova was leading earlier, but doesn't mean Team Fish Taco fans can't show up throughout the series. And look at that, 40% to 60%. Well done, Taco. Well done.
Bring out the reliable fish, you know. That's, you can always count on your fish tacos.
You know what, now that I think about it, no, I definitely have. I was going to say I've never had a fish taco before, but that was going to be a lie, so I'm happy I didn't say it.
I was about to say, I'm allergic to shellfish. I've even had fish tacos.
I used to work at a bar that had really, really good ahi tuna tacos, so.
I feel like we need Mad Magical in here for this. Fun fact for you guys who didn't know.
He just let us know we're making him hungry, so.
Yeah. Also, manager of a sushi restaurant where they let him buy the fish, as he knows his fish and sushi very well, as Mad Magical becomes...
Is this going to work?
Even more impressive. Onat. He blended him pretty well.
It kind of worked.
Hey, you know what? He used the minion there real well. He looked like one of the minions.
He did. Perfectly spaced in front. Shame on Robbie Bob for not realizing the minions shouldn't be that far forward, but, you know. Maybe shame is too much to wish upon him for that. It's still kind of tough to tell, but...
fun fact about Quacker. Tuned into his stream the other day.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that were sleeping on Quacker, I just want to say, Kangas, you can back me up behind the scenes. I've never been sleeping on Quacker. Why? We used to scrim against this guy when I coached my collegiate team at Miami University, Ohio. He was really good. So, Quacker, whenever he plays and decides to compete, I think he is pretty strong. He's been very strong this split. But fun fact about him, he uses this Renekton skin. It is the same as the Shy and the Renekton skin that he uses. And when I tuned into his stream, he was watching the Shy pilot Renekton in a game. So he was studying some tape, trying to emulate some things that world champion and, you know, insane top laner likes to do.
I like that. I didn't see which skin it was, though. If observers could actually highlight that, as we're just catching music here on the Ivern clear. That's too exciting early.
Or whatever they call that, like, skin line.
Oh, yeah. I like it. Cool. Thank you, observers. All right, we don't need to look top lane for the next 10 minutes, because probably nothing's going to happen. You know what is happening, though?
It's a Quacker lane. Things might happen.
Yeah, you know what? Good point. And Lunasia lane. Lunasia, at least back in spring, often playing aggressive.
Yeah. Each of them have double-digit solo kills to split, as Quacker was actually leading everyone's solo kills off the first round robin. They dropped a 14-1 Olaf bomb earlier this week to help Supernova find a win. Need to find another one here, though.
I wonder if he's overtaken then, because I know that it was 12-10 going into the weekend. Let's get a live update here. I'm going to take a look at who's leading solo kills currently. As the Cole purchased here by Spawn on that first back, got the shove in on Sketch, can catch his wave, and we'll be up maybe half a wave over Sketch by the end of it. But that Cole purchase means that you're not really trying to go for the crazy trades. You're just going to go for that early scaling. Get that extra efficiency from your item.
Props to Onat, playing out this lane rather well. Already forced Robbie Bob to miss some XP as we see Music taking the base.
All right, I got a cubby.
Yeah.
It was 12 solo kills for Quacker and 10 for Lunasia. Actually, we'll have to get back to that. Rose Thorn caught out by Trevor. And the jungle here did not expect that cow and a bird on top of him, but the whole barn showing up. Flash out from Rosethorn. He will escape, but is heavily chunked out and will lose a summoner spell.
Might open up Music to get in and actually invade that bot side jungle as Music.
Don't think he's going to find anything here. Yeah, he's fine.
Not a minion.
Yeah. If that was Rafa, he would have smited the wave. Oh, no, he is sticking around. Okay. And
So-
Robbie Bob's chunked out, so they do want another reset for Robbie Bob. He did teleport in and actually taking a lot of damage. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
just gets a solo kill first blood with an Ivern right there
In a 1v2.
in a 1v2.
Friend of the forest, but not friend of the mid laner. As the shield was burned to push the wave, and Robbie Bob caught snoozing. Gets caught by that E, and this Nico that we've seen banned quite often. And also, this Nico that is 10-3 in challengers when allowed through has found a solo kill early. Angus.
With Dark Seal already purchased when that solo kill happened, so 2 stacks on that early.
Stacking.
Ooh, that's going to be rough. All right, well, I'm happy I stopped the story time for
be a
that because
dodge.
that was pretty action-packed.
Could be a dodge.
Oh, never mind. Okay, story time. We'll have to wait again. Dominant spot by Quacker. He's going in onto Lunacia. Will get it. Flashes to safety. Quacker with another solo kill.
Quack Attack strikes back as Lunacia. It's been quite the game already, Kangas. Okay. Hold
Trevor
on.
has flash. He will
Rosethorn
probably have to
revenge.
use it here to escape. And Rosethorn trying to follow up. Flash out from Trevor. Follow from NXI.
Caught the dragon.
Locked down. And Onat gifted another kill.
Dragon knockup actually kind of helped Onat. That's going to be the start on the Dragon Leash as well, as Onat is cruising right now for Team Fish Taco. And we saw it in the clip, man. He wanted to get revenge. He is taking it to Robbie Bob early. Mid-push for Taco will lead to that first Dragon being started. Bot push from the Aphelios pick in the draft to Tristana. Stuck. Trevor trying to roam, not able to get anything done. First neutral objective going over to the side of Team Fish Taco. They're off to a great start in this game, Kangas.
He wears the Supernova jersey when playing against his team to remind them how they even got into
That's
NACL
pretty
to
badass.
begin with.
I gotta say, I respect Onat for that one.
It was
Onat,
incredible, yeah.
now when you said that, it was week 1 and you were kind of griefing, but you're not griefing anymore, and I respect the attitude.
Respect
Kinda
where it's
smurfing now.
due. All right, now that we have a little breather, as actually, every time I say it, man, music's popping Daisy. They're going to dive Lunacia right now. All that's available, he's hitting the wave. Daisy can tank up, though, to start off, and Quacker can follow up with another stun. That's a clean solo kill. Not a solo kill, it's a duo kill. But Quacker will pick it up either way and get out with his life.
The shield came in just in time as Quacker, with the help of music, he gets through. I mean, I feel like that one, like when you have music playing Ivern, you know, it's like literally music in the background, right? Quacker just has music in the background there.
He's just vibing, you know?
Yeah, he's just
What do you think?
vibing.
Is it rock and roll? Is it... It's got to be like motivational workout music playlist. That's what I'm imagining.
I think it's chill beats, you know.
In the
Fire-
music.
Fire up some Ed Sheeran and just vibe while you're playing Renekton, smashing, getting some jungle help.
There's
Meanwhile,
no
though,
shot. There's no shit. Quagger, please tell me you're not listening to Ed Sheeran. As Rosethorn goes in and invades a
What's wrong
Gromp.
with Ed Sheeran?
Takes it away. I'm not nothing. No shade. Just saying that's not the vibe for this
No,
top lane
nothing.
matchup right now. But speaking of, he got another kill. I want to go back to that.
You know what?
Darn it.
I bet he's listening to
more action on the
Mozart.
Rift right now. It was
He's
12
listening-
solo kills for Quacker, 10 for Lunacia. How many do you think they have now, Cubby?
Well, Quacker just got... Oh, was that the start of the week?
No, currently right now. And yes, I am counting that one that Quacker just got.
Oh, well then that... Okay. You just gave me the answer then.
Oh, did you already know ahead of time?
No, you said how many... You said they have 12 and 10. How many do they have
No,
now?
at the start. Oh, sorry. Yes, that one was at the start of the week.
Oh, 12 and 10? Oh, now?
Yes.
I'm going to guess Quacker has 16.
Ding, ding, ding. That is correct.
I actually got it right?
16 solo kills for Quacker. With that, unless Bradley got a couple, I don't know how that series was going. Bradley was tied at 15. And Lunacia so far at 13.
You got 2-0'd, so...
They're both still in the top 5, so... Wait, Bradley got 2-0'd?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Wow, I'm excited to catch up on that tape later.
Yeah. But the action heading on across NACLs, we're almost 2/3 of the way done with our split. Returning to this game, though. You know, Kangas, I had a tangent ready that was going to be funny at one point, and I actually forgot it, the tangent you just led me down. It was music
I'm
in the
happy
background.
that you at least communicated that you forgot the tangent as Harold started.
All right. You know what it was? It was that Quacker has Mozart on because he's playing an absolute classic right now. As meanwhile, bot lane, what was going to happen in draft? Trevor's going to try and live.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ultimate, though, so he is locked down, and the Nico ult lands onto Sketch, who has to flash away. Double kill to Spawn, though, as he will land the snipe.
Oh,
Robbie Bob looking for NXI, doesn't even get him. Shuffles, 2 members back, there's no wave left alive, but it's the perfect member tanking. Rosethorn tanks 3 turret shots, kill the NXI. Team Fish Taco are just roaring into this game.
I mean, we spent all this time talking about Quacker on the top side, but while that's been going on, the bot side has been getting pummeled. As this is why I really didn't like taking a 0-on-4, because now you allow counterpick into Triss bot, who really suffers from lack of range and damage in a duo lane early. Also, you are forced to push out. Anyway, Spawn's smoking Sketch right now, as that was a really nice Q on the Aphelios to get the double kill. Beautiful dive from the side of Taco as NXI able to slink on out of there with the Rel. Robbie Bob's got no chance to turn this one around. And Team Fish Taco, they have their marksman rolling. And Spawn, we've seen Spawn have a really nice split, actually, I think, on Team Fish Taco. I know, again, this is a team lower in the standings, but we've seen some good moments from Spawn where he's been stepping up, and he's going to be empowered to do that and more this game. If Spawn can take this lead and turn it into a win for his team.
Bot lane and mid lane working out for Team Fish Taco.
God.
The gold is showing, though. Quacker does still have sizable lead over Lunacia, up 1,100. So that's where Supernova are still hanging on in the game, but the gold is still firmly in Team Fish Taco's favor.
Can we talk about that Nico damage?
Nico damage.
It was an E and a Q on the level 5 Alistar, and Trevor was at half health.
Well, I want to talk about this potential dive here. Supernova, we're looking for it. Team Fish Taco are able to answer, but it's a 3v2 all-out used. Killing spree. Rosethorn goes down. Quacker gets that one, as Onat will claim one for himself. The trees are falling. We got a lumber mill in the top lane. Zonat and Quacker will walk away with a little more gold in their pockets, but they're going to dive the top lane. Quacker almost took this turret solo, by the way, at 11 minutes. Now they got mid lane. Sketch goes down. Onat on a rampage. And Lunacia's down. What is going on the Rift right now?
Well, trades everywhere. Supernova can't really play anywhere on the map but top, because Azir is getting bopped, and Sketch is also getting bopped. So Supernova trying to trade out the first tower. They are late to the play, but this is going to be Quacker against the world, which has been a bit of a common theme in some of these Supernova games, Kangas.
Something tells me Quacker's looking for his 3rd play of the week submission at some point in this game. He's on the Renekton, one of his comfort picks here. As you said, he's got the Mozart plugged in. He is ready to put on the carry pants because the rest of the team is struggling around him. And what do we think Renekton's going to realistically do? I don't think the odds are very high against a Nico and an Aphelios that are fed.
I mean, it's 4 members that are short range. Like, Quacker can be valuable this game. It's just that you're Renekton. How much can you do? Now, he is empowered with the Ivern. So, he has to buy enough space for Tristana. I mean, look at your damage dealer's items and how far behind they are.
Oof.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, what are you buying space for? Where's the damage?
Yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, Bob doesn't have an item completed. Sketch doesn't have an item completed. And then you look at Onat. Rocket Belt with 10 stacks on Dark Seal. Onat has been eating good this game.
And he has a red buff, so even he can bully out this Renekton, as the waning phase from Nico is very oppressive.
I really like this, actually, from Team Fish Taco, putting their Fed member into the enemy Fed member here. Try and shut down Quacker so he cannot keep bullying Lunacia as Spawn shoves Sketch out yet again. Having a really rough game right now on the Triss, getting counterpicked. And Supernova are feeling that draft now. They have been struggling on the bottom half of the map, and Quacker alone, all they can stand on.
Akko have been able to at least snowball some of that lead. As you properly called out, Kangas, they have put the Cassante into the Azir. Now, I will say, that's okay for Supernova. Like, Azir's getting free time here to actually scale up and hit, and he's going to get a plate for himself, too. Supernova's happy with this trade, but Quacker is not able to pressure the map at all. So it is Team Fish Taco's map, as Spawn is crushing Sketch mid still, nearly up 3 levels at this point. And they can
That's
snowball all that
kinda
priority
disgusting.
support Nico in the top
Yeah.
side.
Ooh, and Trevor going for the deep flank here. Pops the ultimate early. They look to lock it down. They don't have any damage. It's just 2 tanks locking down, and Alistair now spawns joining in. So Trevor, caught out for the rest of the team, was looking for a pretty creative flank there through the Hex Gate. Unlucky to find Rosethorn. Let's see if they give the kill to Spawn. If I'm Taco, I'm saying nobody hit him. Let Spawn get that. There we go.
Oh, boy.
Aphelios picks up the gold.
Guess the fish like to eat meat. That's all I got to say.
Bottom feeder or something like that? I don't know. There's just something
that's
good.
just
There's something
mean.
there.
Can't be that
Backer.
mean.
It's what's it? Surf and turf. There we go. Yeah, we
Ah,
surf and
nice,
turf joke at
nice.
some point. You know.
You got there.
Yeah. And give me enough awkward silence on a broadcast. I'll say some things.
Well, that's what I'm here for, Kangas. Not to support you. Or the game, or the players, as so far, Team Fish Taco, 2 dragons to their name. Big lead for Spawn. This is just all about if Spawn can carry this through. And Team Fish Taco are going to be the stronger team comp until Azir, Triss get 3+ items. And even then, it's arguable about who's stronger or not. So I really like where Team Fish Taco's at. That's where we're going for. But second Herald has been started by Supernova. Quacker is here. A TP's coming in. Team Fish Taco are not quite set up yet, but here we come.
Go slow on the play. Yeah, I actually favor Supernova right now. Trevor got another flank. How did he even get over there? Must have been another Hex
Oh,
Gate.
Robbie Bob.
Didn't catch it. Herald's not taken yet. Robbie Bob taking a lot of damage. Pop blows him on to 4! Own it! Just pops them all! Quacker will trade one back, shut down onto Spawn. But Team Fish Taco are given time, and they will take it. Trev now in trouble. Music is in full retreat mode. Supernova has 5 members. They got about 100 health between them. 4 go down. Music limps away, and Taco will take the fight.
I mean, Onat is owning his old team is what's going on right now, as that was massive, man. This Nico, again, it's been such an impressive pick that we have in Challengers. It's 10-3. And the laning phase is too good. And the fact you can arm flash, it's too good as Onat just gets a thick one in here. He doubles up his throws, Thorn again. Protobelt flash. We're going to scoop up 4. Spawn hits the ult to follow up. Even flashes in. He goes down for his trouble, but still. A follow-up so strong from the side of Team Fish Taco. Shutdowns traded as Quacker and Spawn both give away their bounties. But Team Fish Taco, they're so far ahead at this point. As doesn't look like the Herald was even picked up back half of all that. So Dragon Fight coming on in. Now Spawn doesn't have sums. Maybe that's something that Supernova can look for to try and attack with Trevor. As Quacker's at least going to find an angle. Setup here is not bad for Supernova. And Onat does have that power TP. We'll
I
see
don't
where
see
Onat
any
TPs
pings.
do.
There's no wards around. So Quacker will be coming in from a unique flank here. Looking at Spawn.
boy.
He's doing a lot of damage. NXI jumps in. The Pop Blossom onto 3 yet again.
boy.
And he even gets Quacker stunned in his tracks as he tries to get to the back line. Double kill. And another picked up at the tail end. 2 double kills for Team Fish Taco. They will claim another fight and the dragon.
Holy cow, man. Onat is owning and poning, man. There's really nothing else to say. I mean, Supernova. This is a team where you got to scale. And if you take fights like this, you're going to have no room to scale. As Trevor has no ult, so he melts. And then Onat just arrives as Malkine is like, hello. Oh. He picks up everyone. Again. This game's too easy, dude. It's, yeah, I mean, Nico just draws a circle and everyone on Supernova steps into the circle. And then Team Fish Taco says, thank you very much. We'll send you to the skies, much like your org. As, I mean, Nico's making everyone shoot for the stars, really. Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the summer split, there are a lot of question marks. Not everyone knowing the story as to why Supernova didn't have the members that qualified them in for NACL. Onat playing like he's got a chip on his shoulder right now. Really bringing it to the members of Supernova here who are scratching their heads thinking, okay, well, maybe game 2. You know, we're already 7,500 goal behind at 18 minutes in the game. This is not one of those games where we can look at it and say, nah, there's a big chance. There's a hope for them. I'm not seeing much unless Taco just stop playing the game and let Supernova farm up for the next 10 minutes.
Frankly, this is one of those games where if I'm bot reviewing, we're faster than 2.5 speed right now, which is you got to do something for that. But hey, we Sketch gets some pity party gold as Supernova They get the dopamine hit of the objective bounty. A bit bonus gold in their pockets. Still a disastrous game for them so far, as I think it's going to go back to the drawing board for the next game, and maybe think twice before we blind Tristana.
And also go back to not leaving up Nico on red side. I think there were a few oopsies that happened in that draft phase. Supernova have not proven that they had the answers to some of those questions we had as NXI pushes Music out of his own jungle. They even take the Daisy out. Supernova just do not own anything on the Rift. Trevor is looking for these flanks, though. If there's one thing that they have, it's a cow on a mission. Flashes over. Gets onto Rosethorn, Twisted advances back, and now it's actually Trevor that's in trouble. Onat with the Pop Blossom pushes all members of Supernova away. The cow is taking up a lot. Robbie Bob, this could be your moment to go in for the big shuffle plays, just doing the DPS instead. Quacker taking up everything. This is a good start for Supernova. They're doing a lot of damage. Music's in there. So is Robbie Bob. Gets a shutdown and a double kill. Team Fish Taco are very low. Full retreat. Sketch will claim the kill onto Onat. A massive shutdown. Rosethorn will trade it back. But that is signs of life for Supernova. They found the play. They found the team fight. And now Spawn's running for the hills. He's getting routed. I don't think this Aphelios makes it out.
Ops to Quacker. He bought a lot of time there as the Renekton is... I mean, he is a little thick still.
Okay. Spawn's doing damage.
Trevor's going to sack himself for this one, I think.
Another Q lands. Oh, no, Robbie Bob, you can't...
He needed the level.
Okay, no, it's done.
Props to Supernova. They play that fight decently well. And look at all the space that Quacker gets as Trevor isolates Rosethorn. So at least DPSing early. Onat is spotted on the way in. So that Pop Blossom doesn't find anyone. And then you get a front to back where Quacker is able to get in on everyone. Flashes in the spawn. Hits the full combo onto the Aphelios. So yeah, Quacker goes down, but spawn was brought low enough where Robbie Bob was allowed to free hit because everyone was dealing with Quacker in the back line. You still see that the Azir does damage on the way out. Zonat misses this E on the Sketch. Ooh, it was a little wayward. But hey, back to action. Team Fish Taco.
Trevor on another flank. Taco are going to peel back onto the cow. He's buying them space for Supernova to walk in, but in doing so, the team's not here to capitalize, so Trevor will go down. How much time do you buy? Onat jumps in, takes down Sketch. Baron stolen by Supernova. Music secured it. Now they're in the pit, in the meat grinder, and they're getting juiced. Quacker in trouble. He'll go down as well. Can he trade anything with him? He's a big old crocodile. He's trying to get NXI, doesn't have it in him. But that is delaying the end of the game. Supernova stealing that Turo Baron buff is huge.
This has been a game, Kangas.
This is one of the games of all time.
It's one of the games of all time. Oh, Rosethorn got back in the pit, not able to find the flip. As Supernova, you know, Robbie Bob's like, peace, I'm out of here. See ya. We'll see if we can protect this one. As on the bright side, it's a Nashers now for the Azir, so he could pump.
Yeah.
It's a lot of front line for Taco. They all have to jump in.
And I gotta say, Hex Gates are, unironically, keeping Supernova in this. That is like, what, the fourth Hex Gate play we've seen come in. Finally, they're starting to work. Trevor's buying a lot of time by just taking this to get behind them, threatening on the Alistair. Like, you have to deal with me. Somebody has to come walk up.
But you also have to deal with this Hex Deck Soul.
True.
So Supernova, they have to win this fight. This game is more over than it already is.
Not a lot of flashes available. Music cannot get into the pit. Onat with a Pop Blossom secures it for himself. And the engage from NXI means an easy team fight win for Team Fish Taco. Supernova, they thought they might have had a chance after that Baron, but they get swept. They get aced. Team Fish Taco claim 5-0 and the Dragon Soul.
It really feels like a scrim game, you know, where we just send it at all times. Oh,
I love it.
I mean, it's been something. Some pretty nasty scorelines there for the side of Team Fish Taco, as they're going to be juicing up those KDAs pretty thick on the bot side. So, Thorn 1-1 and 21. That feels pretty fun.
Cubby, the kill record right now for the summer split is 17. We've had 2 players hit 17 kills. What are the odds? Oh, wait.
This is the most beautiful game of League of Legends I've ever seen played in my life. Nothing else compares. The Team Fish Taco versus Supernova Game 1. DRX versus T1 Game 5. Throw it out. Nothing compares to this.
That's a well-done steak right there. Ooh. Well, all right, we got to recover from that one emotionally, as I felt that, Trevor. I felt that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Do we think anybody's going to beat the 17 kill record?
No. That's a lot.
Onat would need to get a quadra kill to match it, or a pentakill. Because I imagine next fight will end the game here for Taco. I think we'll only get one more. Let's see how Supernova want to defend it. They don't have a Hex Gate this time. Oh wait, no, they do. Are they going to take the Hex Gate? Let's go.
They got a bounty. Robbie Bob's poking. Oh, he's dead.
Okay, Onat gets in onto Robbie Bob, takes him down. That's a kill credit to the Nico. Okay, up to 14. 3 to go, Onat. Let's see it.
Blossom is already a fourth of the way off cooldown. Who knows?
I love that. Trevor jumps in, trying to delay the inevitable. Hitting the wave, Trevor goes down. It's Spawn that grabs that one. They're racing for the 17. Aphelios up to 12. There's 3 members left. He can only hit 15 max from Spawn. He gets the next one. 13, we're racing. Who could end with more kills, the mid laner or the 80 carry? Big ultimate there from Spawn. Does not get the kill though. Music and Sketch get back to the fountain. And there's not a wave yet, but now Taco, they wait for the next one. They're walking in. This is the end of the game.
They're sneaky. The brushes are theirs.
Supernova cannot stop this. How bad does Spawn want it? Don't let Onat get it. 14 kills, 13 kills. Doesn't matter who leads that. Taco win game 1.
Well, that game was pretty over once Spawn got out of lane. That was the first pick for the Aphelios. Nico was running the map. Talked about how Nico was going to have push mid. It was going to be push bot. Nico found solo kills mid. They turned it into plays bot, and Team Fish Taco ran away with that game.
Not going to lie, for me, personally, I felt like it was over when Onat got the solo kill in a 1v2. Then it felt like it was over when he got the 4th Dark Seal at like 4 minutes. Then it felt like it was over when he hit all of the next 3 Pop Blossoms. So yeah, there was a lot of over feeling in that game 1.
Felt like it was over the second time that Team Fish Taco forced Supernova's bot lane off the wave, and then they took the turret. And then Spawn had Gale Force and Boots, while Tristana had Noon Quiver and Recur?
We're not going to look at the damage on the right side. We're only looking at the left here, specifically
the Spawn
Onat
won,
and Spawn.
Is what you're saying.
Within 200 gold differential, but Spawn takes it. Less kills, still more damage. True 80 carry struggle.
I like how Rosethorn did the most damage in the game, or more damage than anyone else in Supernova.
Again, we're not looking at the damage on the right side of the screen.
You know, I hate to put on my Coach Cubby hat, but remember when I was frustrated about the Azir pick on 4?
Well, let's see if Supernova get the message, because we're going to send it to a short break. Give the players time to rest and recuperate while we bring Magical back for our Rally Cry halftime show. But before then, everybody, Cubby, have you ever been in the position where you need to rent a car?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah. How have you usually navigated those situations?
Because
I got something for you.
I haven't used this. What is this?
I got something for you.
Tell me about this.
The LCS Challengers League is brought to you by Turo, the world's largest car-sharing marketplace where you can book any car that you want for just about any occasion. Forget about your boring car rentals at Turo.com. Cubby, I've let you know. Now, next time you need a car, you know where to go. And with that, we're going to send it to a short break before we are back with more Challengers League action after this.